I've been trying also to reveal you guys yung mga gems. Of course, tina-try ko na maging libre sila. Of course, ayoko lang maging unfair, malimit sa mga nagbabayad dito sa Meraki, of course. So, yan. Um, Last time, okay, we've been talking about the market should stop at 2,000, 20, hindi, $19,000, no? So, yan yung mga pinag-usapan natin. Yan. And also, pinag-usapan natin na I won't be surprised if the market goes to 22 or even 23K, but supposedly it should stop around 124. Bakit? Psychological level, Fibonacci level, which we'll talk about later on as well. But today we'll also talk about the Solana, Ethereum, and of course the other altcoins. Okay. So ngayon guys, and kung nandiyan kayo sa live, please mag-like and share, subscribe kayo. Do not forget to hit that notification bell para alam ko kung nandiyan kayo kasi parang wala tao actually. Kung ano nangyayari. Yan. So, also big shoutout sa fiancé ko na pauwi. Ingat. And of course, big shoutouts Papa Jesus. And so let's go ahead and start already. Okay, so yan. Okay, so we're seeing XRP here. And ina-expect natin na sana mag-bounce sa 2.7. Yun naman yung nangyari. Okay, nangyari naman siya. So, ang hindi nangyari is, okay, magkaroon ng magandang tiklop na tong moving average 50. Pero supposedly, okay, kung sabihin natin, sige, mas top out, we should see first 3.3 or makakit muna tayo, tsaka tayo makakaroon ng retrace. No? Ang healthy retrace natin siguro nasa 2.2 kung mag 3.4 na tayo or 3.3. Okay, why? It's because this is the previous level. So, hindi naman yung basta-basta babasagin. No, oftenly, if we will gonna assume this kind of move sa XRP, na yan talaga yung, sabi natin, yan talaga yung gusto nyong gawin, at ito talaga yung pattern na gusto nyong gawin, magkaroon tayo ng cup and handle, no? So, ang cup and handle natin is supposedly ABC, Elliott Wave, okay? Magkaroon tayo ng magandang move na ganyan, okay? Pero ang nangyayari is lagi nating hinahabol lang to or either eto. Yan lang yung nangyayari dyan. Okay, yan. Big shoutouts kay Overflow. Guys, kung nasa chat kayo or nandiyan kayo sa ating comment section, please mag-chat kayo so that I will be able to see your messages. Okay? Guys, click nyo rin yung share button natin kahit hindi nyo isi-share. Basta click nyo lang. Okay? Click nyo lang. Okay? Alright. So, prediction natin, no? Mas top out tayo sa $3. Why? It's because this is the psychological level or psychological number for this asset. Okay? So, now, ayan, big shoutouts kay Innocentes, kay Kirk Andrew Lau, pati kay Blood Detective. Big shoutouts sa inyo, guys. Okay. So, ngayon, pag-uusapan natin yung on-chain cold hard facts natin. Okay, this is more of like sentimental and also combination of fundamental analysis. Okay, I cannot show you my alpha. Okay, but listen to me. Okay, just listen to me. I will share you and sana hindi ako madulas. Okay? Kasi may mga pangalan kung saan natin nakukuha tong mga alpha na to. So, may mga references. And big shoutouts na nakikinig while driving. Yan, ingat sa pagdadrive. Big shoutouts kay Happy, pati kay Happy TV. Big shoutouts kay Rose. Yan, big shoutouts. Yan. Okay, so yung Solana's real economic value natin. Okay, so we know and why we will be talking about Solana, it's because Solana is the number one leading asset that should actually show, okay, in terms of like majority of the alts right now. Kaya nga nagkaroon tayo nung parang tinatawag na, oh okay, Ethereum is now out of the picture and Solana is now taking over this kind of dominance in the market. So when we say dominance, ito yung tinatawag na altcoin dominance. So who is the first asset that will, okay, give us the confirmation that this is it, that this is the altcoin season already. Although we have a lot of abot yan 15 to 25. Tingnan natin. Okay. So ngayon, marami tayong fundamentals, no? Fundamental pictures, fundamental data, fundamental kuno-kuno. Okay, so as of the moment, we are at the 33 Bitcoin season as from our community. Was sent by Jägerist. Okay, so hindi pa tayo nandun sa sukdulan, no? So wala pa tayo doon. So what we want to see, we want to know, and what we want to be able to do so is ma-reject muna tayo sa 40 at least, or get close to 40, tsaka tayo magkaroon ng resistance, talaga overhead. So dito meron na tayong 1, 2, 3. So 3 pa lang. So dito din 'yon, 1, 2, 3. Tsaka tayo bumaba ng konting-konti para mapakita siya ng tinatawag na higher low. Okay, so may higher low na tayo dito. Hindi ko sinasabing this is very accurate, okay? We're just reading the charts and trying to interpret it in a most comprehensive way. Okay, so why did this actually happen is because no one wants to sell their alts already. So definitely they have this clue already. Ito yung tinatawag na smart money inflow, smart money data, and this is via confirmed through different exchanges, whether this is DEXs or SEXs. Okay, so ngayon, ayun yung alpha na gusto ko i-share sa inyo. So with the Solana, okay, we always see this kind of move. Okay, with the Solana, we have led all the blockchains in real economic value, or REV na tinatawag, in H1 2025. Okay, with daily REV na tinatawag, or REV na tinatawag, the real economic value, sinasurpass niya yung both Ethereum and Bitcoin combined. So, yan. So, ngayon, wala akong may papakitang data sa inyo. Pero nga pala guys, kung gusto nyo ma-access itong mga documents ito, gumawa ako ng document. 4 na document na nagpapatunay na may mangyayari sa Ethereum. So, many are saying like, there's nothing we can do with Ethereum anymore. Ethereum is dead, etc. And I'm gonna prove it to you guys that we might be wrong at many times. Okay. Yan, big shoutouts kay Exy, kay Shelo, big shoutouts kay Larsival. Big shoutout sa inyo guys. Okay. Alright, so, yan, pinakamatagal na dito sila Exy, big shoutout sa inyo. Okay. So, ito nga yung sinasabi natin. This REV, or REV, okay, nag-process siya ng 162 million transaction daily. And it seems like the Solana is coming back already. And many people are saying like, no, this is a stigma and this is a PTSD. And often, okay, that is the situation last year. And hindi yun yung nangyari, which is, siya pa yung nag-lead. So, Solana is just really good at finding ways to get back to the market, no? And yan, big shoutouts nga pala sa fiancé ko, pauwi na siya. Sabi niyo ingat sa chat kung kung gusto niyo mag-ingat. Ayan. Okay. So, ito nga, tulad ng sinabi ko. Nevertheless, whatever the narrative is, Solana is just really good at finding the sweet spot, no? And also was able to market the whole network by keeping the fees nearly 0.003, which is also attracting a lot of the bad side of this kind of promotion, or sabihin natin, this kind of marketing. Why? It's because the MEV bots na tinatawag, and may tinatawag naman na nanganak na anti-MEVs, or meron din tayong tinatawag na mga autobots na tinatawag, or yung botting na tinatawag sa mga iba't ibang shit token. So, ito yung tinatawag na libo-libong shit token ang pinapanganak kada isang oras ng panahon ng Solana back in December, January, until February. Okay. So, now, big shoutouts sa mga tiga-Taiwan. Yan, big shoutouts kay Master Gray. Okay. So, ito nga yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Okay. Si DEX natin, yung DEX volume natin, ito din yung nangyayari every time that there is a real pump in the market, no? And I haven't shared this to the Meraki yet. Okay, for the reason is because, okay, pakita ko lang sa inyo yung buong screen natin. Mamaya na natin pakita yung document. Okay. The reason why I want to talk about the DEX volume is because there are going to be a increase in trust in terms of DEXs. Okay, so why? Okay, so wait lang, ayusin natin. Galaw ko siya. Yan, ayusin lang natin. Okay, so ito na yung sinasabi ko. Let's go back to our topic. The usual pattern na tinatawag, okay? We have a DEX volume cleared around 890 billion in the first 5 months of 2025 with Jupiter handling. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na yung Jupiter is going to be a main criteria for the survival of Solana. So sinabi ko na rin to sa Meraki na Jupiter is something that is going to be very important, and that is why I am going to hold Pengu. It's very weird, no? Na how Oso Bear is also thinking about, oh, a real profitable asset supposedly be the profitable asset that we need to target, pero nagpipivot yung decision making natin in terms of ano ba dapat yung bilhin. Okay, so napaka-weird lang na, oh, okay, si Sir Oso, sinabi niya na yung Jupiter is very important, pero wala siyang Jupiter sa Meraki. Pagkos, ang pinili niya is to have the Pengu. Okay, so this is more of like marketing eh. Hindi nyo nagigets for now, or hindi nyo pa nagigets pa for now. Okay, but this is more of like understanding the SEO, the how you would actually really try to market a very um paano ba sabihin, yung parang may stigma na asset. Kapag sinabi mo Solana is punong-puno ng walang kakwenta-kwentang asset, parang gano'n. So, dito yung pumapasok na bakit Pengu yung pinili namin? Even though it's just the airdrop, dinagdagan pa namin. Parang ganun. It's just weird to the point where we just have this real good background in terms of marketing. No, hindi ko sinasabi ang galing ko mag-market kasi kita nyo naman sa Oso de Chismoso. Hindi siya sobrang sikat, no? Pero pero nandyan siya. It exists. May nanonood, hindi lang basta 5, 10, di ba? Thanks to God, no? God be the glory. Pero sinasabi ko lang. Okay. Mawawala ba si Algo sa USDT? Hindi ko nagigets yung tanong mo, Jess, eh. Nabasa ko na yung comment mo na yan, eh. Hindi ko nagigets yung tanong mo na mawawala ba si Algo sa USDT. Nevertheless, okay? Nevertheless. So, ito na yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. With the stable coin growth, speaking of USDT, yung Solanas natin, Solanas stable coin natin, okay, yung supply niya, particularly yung supply niya, nag-grow siya into a 1.5 billion to 11.5 billion in just 18 months. Okay? Hindi man siya yung parang biglang bumulak, bulwak, bulwak. There is a progression, no? So sabihin na lang natin, sige, okay, November, December, January actually really paved way a lot of Solana's strategy in terms of hodling and hoarding a lot of USDT, sabihin natin. 'Di ba? Um, 'Di ba? We also saw, or nakita din natin na yung circle natin or yung USDC circle, the company behind the USDC minted around 1.75 billion of USDC in May. That is a lot, no? And that is very parang that is something that we really have to watch out for. Kasi sinasabi ko na rin yan sa inyo eh, yung narrative natin back in 2024 ng January, sinabi ko na sa inyo na the narrative natin for the Mega Bull Run is going to be played around by many institutions who really know how to work the money and have the money work for them. And the only way for that to be sustainable is to really target something that is going to give them a lot of this kind of profits na passive, no? So ano yon? Ano lang yung may kaya nun? Sino yung may kaya ng ganun? Diba? Yan. So, aalamin ko yan, Jess, okay? Kasi na parang ano lang naman, parang ano lang to. Hindi yan something that's so serious about. Also, like Algorand has nothing to do with a lot of these stable coins. They're more of like infrastructure rather than just focusing on just hodling. Hindi katulad ni Ondo. So, hindi siya ganun eh. Okay. So, right now, let's go back to our Ethereum on-chain strength. Okay? So, ito yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 na nabasa ko sa alpha group namin na napaka-importante. Siguro magbabagsak na rin ako ng iba't ibang mga gems. Okay? So, kanina naglaglag na ako ng high risk. Alam ko medyo high risk yun talaga. Hindi lang medyo. Actually, sobrang high risk niya. Okay? To the point na, sige, baka bumagsak pa siya todo. Okay, pero yung mag-invest ka lang ng $10, alam mo yun, tapos maging 10x, maging 4x. May mga trades kami doon sa Alpha Group namin na pumapalo ng 20x last time. Okay, may nag 400, ano naman, merong nag 400% recently, which is yung Huawei. Huawei ba yun? Or yung Panda. Tinry lang namin. Tapos hindi ko na sinot call pero nilate shot call ko dito sa Meraki kasi medyo hindi pa sila sanay sa mga ganito kaya hindi ako masyado nag-share ng mga high risk. But since we're talking about Ethereum on-chain strength, this is the reason why I'm getting into memes for Ethereum. And also knowing if the marketing is really good in terms of Web 2, papasok ng Web 3 if papalo siya as a meme coin. Okay, yun yung parang tinatawag natin the structure or the building structure for us to really see if this meme coin is going to really work out, which I'm gonna share you this kind of strategy in order for you to find your own meme coins. Okay, kasi kilala niyo naman si Sir Oso. Si Sir Oso ang galing maghanap ng meme coins. Okay, pero lagi ko sinasabi sa inyo, hindi, sense of humor lang. Kung wala kayong sense of humor, wala kayong mabibiling meme coins. Mag-speculate kayo palagi at magdadasal kayo na sana umangat. So, doon nangyayari na hindi kayo talaga kumikita sa mga memes, which is makikita natin yan sa mga comment section, diba, na nasunugan dahil sa memes, etc. And that is the irresponsible way of trading or even to call it investing. So this is more of like gamble because it has nothing to do with the nurturing or improvement of the blockchain na tinatawag. So since we're talking about Ethereum, okay, Ethereum on-chain activity surged with a daily trading volume, and this is the reason why I've been creating a lot of documents about Ethereum. We did a lot of Ethereum documents. 4. In total of 6 documents to actually. May una ng 2 pinakawalan. Just to tell them that I am okay and I really know what the alpha is trying to tell. Then kinonvert ko lang siya sa mas may intindihan na conversation dito sa Meraki. So meron din dong prediction ako na super low na umaabot ng 1,400 to 1,800. But the higher low prediction natin should supposedly be above the 2,000, not or 2,100 to 2,200 at least. Nung nasa 2,800 pa lang siya, diba? Bumagsak siya hanggang 2,100. Ngayon nasa 3,000 na siya. Okay, so actually nag 3,100 kanina, and our top target for Ethereum is going to be 3,300 in a short term, okay, within this month or even coming first week of August. Okay, so I even tell you guys or told you before na pumotok ang Ethereum, I've been telling you guys, nandito pa lang tayo noon, sinabi ko na yung Ethereum natin puputok. So I hope they were able to long. Okay, si Merskov lang ata naglong dun sa Meraki. Sinabi ko sa kanila na Ethereum pumping. Wait lang, nasa na ba yan? Hanapin ko lang guys ha. Baka hindi kayo maniwala. Baka sabihin nyo, nagpa-promote, nagpa-plug ako ng Meraki dito. Hindi, sinishare ko lang. Hanapin ko guys ha. Saan yun dito? Long pause, eto. So, the 7th pa lang, July 7th pa lang actually, sinasabi ko na mag-long. Okay? Ang ganda nung prediction natin dito. Pwede nyo sabihin, hindi Sir Oso, ano lang yan, mo lang. Di, okay. Yung makipagtalo, bahala sa buhay mo. Ubus yung energy ko sa inyo. Ayan. So, ito yung proof natin. Okay, so we predicted this at 7,725. Okay, and 7,725 dito sa US is here. Okay, so 2,500 or at least give or take 2,550 sabihin natin. Okay, why? It's because just moving average, money flow, kita din siya. Nag-cross above, kita natin yung MACD natin producing a good candle start. Ngayon, nasa ibabaw na siya. So, we have to really be cautious. Hindi ko sinasabing mag-long pa kayo ngayon. This is gonna be dangerous. We just have to really wait for it and see what's gonna happen. So if this is gonna be low than the previous one, which is the money flow right here, pag yan, medyo bumagsak katulad nito, bumagsak. Ngayon, bumabagsak na siya. Pag nagpakita to ng top, let's go ahead and see kung totoo pa rin ba yung prediction ko 3,300, no? So, yun yung 3,200 actually. So, muntik na mag 200, pero yeah. So, hintayin natin to 3,200. Let's see. Okay. So, ngayon, yan, big shoutouts kay Lela Jokat, kay Papa She, yan, nagbabalik. Big shoutouts kay Aelon, big shoutouts kay Ryan. Okay, thanks. Ako lang sa X. Yan, big shoutouts kay Reynold, big shoutouts sa inyo. Okay, so, ito na nga yung sinasabi ko, guys. Okay, pag di kayo nag-share, share nyo lang yung video natin, guys. Okay? And pag ginanahan ako, baka i-share ko sa inyo yung at least part 1 lang ng Ethereum natin. So, yan. Tatry ko maging mabait. Kasi lugi naman yung mga nagbabayad, no? Kahit naka-discount na $10, nagdududa pa rin sila. So, ako lang yung nag-discount sa panahon na dapat bullish, no? Bullish yung mga tao, bibili ng kahit ano yan. Hindi, ako, ibababa ko. Okay, sila, nagtaas na sila. Nag-times 2, times 3. Hindi ako magda-drop ng pangalan. Ako, willing akong kupkupin kayo dito para lang matuto kayo. Magbasa kayo long term. Kasi marami dito na nagbasa long term. Wala na dito. Kasi gusto kong gumraduate din sila. Hindi lang basta nagbabayad kayo tapos forever kayo magsistay dito sa Osa de Chismoso. Mapapansin nyo yan, paiba-iba yung variation, yung numbers ng mga viewers natin. Bakit? It's because they graduate, they leave, and they become confident. Babalik na lang sila dito and sabihin, Sir Oso, salamat. Or so Oso, musta? Parang gano'n. Basta anong app tong platform na gamit mo ngayon? This is si Google Docs and si TradingView. Naka-subscribe tayo kaya mukha lang siyang super advanced. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so let's go with our whale accumulation. So maraming magsasabi dito guys na walang whale accumulation. I've been telling you guys that the whale accumulation always happens when there is a spike drop. Okay, katulad nito, bottom. Meron tayong whale, may tinatawag akong frog dito eh. Itong frog na to, pinoproduce to pag there is a clear whale manipulation or clear whale accumulation. So, kita natin siya dito, clear whale accumulation. Hindi porket bottom, hindi ganun. Okay, but whenever there is a whale accumulation, it always shows that there is a clear signs of bullishness. So, katulad nito, whale accumulation was seen here. Boom. Okay? Giant blue candle. Tapos nasundan tayo ng totoong bull na sinasabi niya bottom na to. So dito din ako nagsabi sa inyo that April might be the new August. So yan, sinasabi ko rin yan sa inyo. Okay, we predicted this. We also just predicted the Ethereum's move by using the BTC's move or BTC prediction that we have here. Okay? So yeah. So ngayon, just to be honest with you guys, yo sir, also manifesting, matututo ako sa iyo sir. Ayun, big shoutout sana. Hindi, matututo ka sa alpha lang natin, hindi sa akin. At sa akin, hindi naman ako tuturo. Sinishare ko lang yung nalalaman ko. Okay. So, ito na, sinasabi ko sa inyo. Dito, marami tayong miss opportunity, no? Yung mga matitigas ang ulo, kumbaga, yung nauunahan ng takot. Normal yan. Pero the question is, pang ilang takot mo na ba to? Okay, pang ilang takot mo na to? Pang-siyam na takot mo na ba to? Kailan mo babaguhin? Di ba? Hindi ko sinasabi na may edad, no? May hangganan. Pero maniwala kayo sa akin na habang tumatanda kayo, mas mahirap kayong turuan. Okay, mas tumitigas ang ulo nyo. So, hindi ko alam kung may mga tiga 30s na dito, tiga 40s na dito. Okay? It doesn't matter. When you flip the switch and you wanna really just do something change in your life, okay? Na talagang gusto nyong baguhin, okay? Nevertheless, you will deny yourself. Whatever your status is right now, it doesn't matter, okay? And the moment that you're watching here and you still have a time, and me, considering me, being able to still also have a time to do live videos, it means, okay, we're still all poor. Poor by means of whatever you want to perceive it as. Sabi natin, okay, poor in spirit, poor in money, poor in financials, poor in mental rich, sabihin natin, okay, in intellectual rich, sabihin natin, okay, sabihin natin knowledge, poor in poor in, sabihin natin, character. So, it doesn't matter. So, yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, nasa sa inyo yan. If you wanna change it, you will deny yourself in order for you guys to really do something change. You empty yourself. So, pag na-empty nyo na yung sarili nyo at sinabi nyo, ay, hindi na ako to. Okay, I want to be something else. No? Na that really works. That the system loves to you know to ab- to push further na ipupush, no? Kumbaga. So, ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo, guys. With the BTC, I'll be honest with you guys, binago ko tong sa black line. Di ba yung black line natin will have this one, no? Drop muna sana below dito sa 90, 91, 92, 93. Yun yung ano natin, kung nag-break siya dito, yun yung sinabi natin, hindi na siya matutuloy, pero hindi ko pa rin siya tinatanggal noon. So, ngayon today, in-adjust ko na siya. Okay, yun lang. So, yun yung promise ko sa inyo. 3 scenario lang yung kaya kong ibibigay sa inyo. Hindi katulad dati, I'll give you 5 scenarios or 6 scenarios. Tapos, isasama ko pa yung sentimental. I don't wanna like make you guys be clouded by those kind of scenarios. So, etong 3 to ay magkakadikit. Ibig sabihin, pag sinabi ko magkakadikit, kung bullish, bullish lang. Okay? Then, there will be like some retracements, of course. We have to accept that because that's the healthy structure of the market. Okay? If there will be no retraces, no price action, then therefore, this is a shit token. So, ito na yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Okay? Hindi natupad yung yung 119 natin rejection. So, ito yun yung white line. So, kasi kung matuloy yan, definitely babagsak yan to 103 dito sa crosses. Whether dito 103, 104, 5, 6. Kasi nandito yung crosses natin or itong lowest cross. So, tingnan natin. Pero nga naman, it's a little bit dangerous to play around below the 0.5 Fibonacci and 618. Why? It's because fundamentally speaking and how technical works for Fibonacci, that's very bearish. Okay, the price should not work, okay, or work around this level. Rather, kung talagang nag-bounce siya sa 618, after we break, we confirmed, dapat dumiretso to sa 236 level, which is the 154K. Okay, that is very understandable. Ngayon guys, kung ready na kayo sa next 5 fundamental analysis ko for bullish points, mag-like and share kayo dyan. Or mag-comment kayo ng number 3 or awesome lang. Number 3 or awesome lang. Wag na kayo magdamot, please. Share nyo na yan, yung comment na yan. Number 3 or awesome lang guys, hinihingi ko. Okay? So, ngayon, sabihin natin, hindi kayo naka-live. Sabihin natin, medyo delay yung live nyo. Para ma-make sure natin naka-live talaga kayo, i-click nyo yung live button sa may baba, katabi ng play button, para naka-live kayo. Yan. Kasi, para nakasabay kayo. Kasi alam ko may pumapasok na ads, di ba? Hindi nyo ma-skip within 5 seconds. So, yan. Hindi ko naman makontrol yan. Ino-off ko na, pumapasok pa rin. So, hindi ko I cannot help it. You know, it's YouTube. Big shoutouts kay X-Star, big shoutouts kay Master Al, kay Albert, yan, big shoutouts sa inyo guys. Yan, maraming salamat sa mga patuloy na nagko-comment. Mike Keru, big shoutouts. Bago to. Bago yan. Okay, so yan si Box, big shoutouts sa'yo. Yan, sa Overflow, kay XC of course. Okay, so let's go with this one. Kay Lark Siva, ayan, Lark Siva. Big shoutouts. Okay, so let's go ahead and proceed to our top 5 fundamentals na nakita ko. Alam niyo, hindi ako malakas mag-fundamentals, pero pag may nakita kong fundamentals, na sobrang babaw ng kaalaman ko sa fundamentals, to the point na yung utak ko ay pandaga. Ibig sabihin pandaga, hindi ibig sabihin nun ay pinapatulang ko yung mindset ko. Ibig sabihin ko, ginagamit ko yung mindset ko as a upper hand in terms of decision making. And ito yung top 5 fundamentals na nakita ko. So, now, first one is yung ETF inflows natin. This is very usual and mapapagod kayong, alam mo yung kakakinig sa akin na, sir, also ETF na naman. Okay, so pwede ako magpasikat sa inyo. Sabihin ko, okay, this and that and that and that, blah, 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 blah. Kahit hindi naman talaga yun yung nagiging rason. So, sasabihin ko sa inyo yung totoo. ETF inflows talaga. Yung pinaka-top one. Okay, so makikita natin dito na Solana-based ETF is also being attracted into a lot of inflows of fiat. Okay, so yung fiat natin lumolobo in terms of like Solana ETF proposals, no? So, may papasok na 10 billion. Chismis lang to, guys, ha? Yung 10 billion na yan, papasok yan. Pero ang fundamentals natin dyan, kung bakit totoo yan, is yung ETF for ETH, we saw a 210 million that is pending, indicating that there is a growing institutional interest. So, bakit confident ako that there is 10 billion coming into Solana? Okay? So, Solana is playing around with a lot of narratives. Okay? So, sabihin natin, sige, 1, 2, rejection. Pwede tayong bumagsak sa 1, 2, 3. Solana again. Okay? Or 123 Solana. Worst case scenario, sige, sabihin natin mag-slow drop. Bumalik tayo ng 1, 2, 3 hanggang bali October, last week of October. I think that's gonna be the last point na makakabili tayo for altcoins, yung last week of October. Okay? Because of the 369 method that we have. Okay? Now that the market is actually reaching another all-time high, let's see what's gonna happen, what's gonna be the next happenings. Okay. So sabihin natin totoo ngang sabihin natin totoo ngang mangyayari yung gustong mangyari dito sa etong white line natin or yung candles natin na to. Sabihin natin yan talaga yung mangyayari. So first quarter ulit ng buong 2026 is gonna be bearish. Tapos magwawala yung market natin. Hindi ko alam kung hanggang saan. Pero that's gonna be the last push natin. Pero I'm not gonna like kung sabihin ko na talagang mag-hold ako ulit, titignan natin. Parang ninipis na yung ano ko dito, yung chances natin na nakikita ko for this one. It's because why? One, also the reason for this one or bearish reason ko dito is still ETF inflows. Okay? The money is so scattered around throughout the cryptocurrency, we cannot push the Bitcoin to push up further. Parang ganun. So, next is capital rotation. Ito na yun. So, ito yung second natin. This is fundamentally correct too as well in terms of like talking about ETF inflows. So, the question is, saan iikot yung pera? No? Yan yung pinakamagandang question sa fundamentals. Okay? And bilang ako utak daga when it comes to like fundamentals, napaka-basics lang ng idea ko when it comes to fundamentals. We have the capital rotation. So, etong 630 billion flowed into altcoins natin in the past week. Isipin niyo yun na 630 billion. Yung 10 billion na hinihingi ko sa Solana is just a kickstarter para masabi natin talagang puputok yung volume natin sa Solana. Okay, so kung may pang-long kayo, bahala kayo sa buhay nyo. Hindi ko sinasabi mag-long kayo. Pero nung sinabi ko mag-long sa Ethereum, walang nakinig. Okay, so sinasabi ko lang. Okay, hindi ko sinasabi ngayon na yon. Okay, so Ethereum outperformed the Solana in Q2. This is very evident and this is because of the capital rotation. Sinisignal yan na meron tayong shift in the market and it is going to be strong. Okay, so ngayon, kita din yan sa dominance, no? So, Bitcoin dominance natin, Ethereum, di ba? Ito, nakita nyo naman eh. Nauuntog na tayo dito. So, there will be a last straw na tinatawag. Sa Elliott Wave is nasa playground na tayo ng A. Kung ABC down to, sabihin natin, ABC down to. Okay, sabihin natin, ganyan talaga yung move na to. Kunyari lang. Nasa playground na tayo ng letter A. Malaki-laki pa to. Ibig sabihin, okay, kung buburahin natin yan at nasa Elliott A pa lang tayo. Okay, pag dinrawingan natin yan. Ibig sabihin, okay, maggaganto-ganto pa yan. Bago yan, biglang sasaksakin yung pabagsak. Okay, pwede yun yung gustong mangyari niya. Okay, pero hindi ako gonna be like sasabihin ka certain ako, yan talaga yung gusto niyang gawin. Okay, we're just looking at the previous histories as well. So makikita niya naman naglaro muna siya at bigla tayong sinaksak. Okay, tapos biglang, ayan, nag-ilang araw muna siya bago tinry niya i-reach itong crosses na to. Biglang bumagsak siya. Yan yung mini altcoin season natin. Usually, altcoin season is just like this one. Okay, eto mini altcoin season lang ulit to. Unless mabiyak na tong moving average na to, which is oftenly we don't usually see. Okay, but when we do, when we break it below, okay, we see that super altcoin season. The question is it going to bleed really, really, really bad, no? Yun yung inaabangan natin sa altcoin season ng yung talagang totoong altcoin season or the altcoin boom na sinasabi. 'Di ba? Oftenly, yun nga yung sinasabi natin, no? We don't usually break it. But when we do, okay, it will be super good. Pero hindi pa talaga yung tinatawag na 27 or 2017 or yung 2021 kind of bull run situation or yung tinatawag na super moon for altcoin season. Okay. So, ito ay ano pa lang, premonition pa lang to. Kumbaga, nakaantabay na totoong altcoin season. So, guys, sabihin natin, hilain natin to. Okay, pagpalagay natin. Para lang masabi natin, yung altcoin season natin is going to happen. Okay, paikliin lang natin siya. Sabihin natin kasi, let's respect the moving averages and of course, the Fibonacci, no? Okay, so ngayon sabihin natin bumagsak. Okay, bumagsak dito mag-bounce, hindi kinaya. Ngayon pa lang siya babagsak sa December. Okay, tapos lahat na excited na naman, January. Isang trap na naman na malupit hanggang March and April. Ito yung sinasabi natin na the first quarter will be not really good. Okay, and if it is good, then it's not gonna be super good for Q2. Yan, kasi mag-up ulit siya dito to reach this one. Okay, kaya nga time square dito. Dito lang ako maniniwala na talagang magko-collapse ang ano natin. Itong structure natin na to, which is yan. So, wait lang. Atakin pa natin ng konti para makatotohanan sa Fibonacci. Yan. Sabi natin, pag na-reach na natin to, tsaka lang ako maniniwala na talagang babagsak at ito na yung tinatawag na supermoon. Kaya hindi nyo makikita sa Meraki. Sabi na yung mga tigang Meraki, pero also sinasabi mo ito na yung supermoon, etc. Pero hindi ka gumagalaw. Okay, because it's not yet there. It's nearing. Okay, we're seeing pumps, etc. Right there and there. Okay, but this is not the life-changing kind of bull run. Okay? Now, what I am telling you guys is the third one. Does the DeFi and the layer 2 booming? Okay, para masabi natin totoo tong mangyayari na to. Okay, magbabounce siya sa 61, tsaka tayo masisiraan ng bait. Or ngayon na siya umangat, tsaka to bumagsak ng todo. Diba? So, the question is the DeFi and L2 boom or booming? So, yan, binanggit ko na to sa inyo guys. Diba? DeFi is always the first narrative. Okay? And the enabler of the DeFi is always the stable coin. And for the DeFi to really work is we have to have a layer 2. Diba? So, ngayon, the DeFi and layer 2, the only confidence that I can tell you is the tokens are outperforming. Yan na lang. Okay? Hindi ko sasabihin sobrang bullish. Outperforming. Okay? Why? It's because of the institutional interest. Okay? And hindi ibig sabihin nung bumibili sila, no? We have to be really careful with what kind of L2s are we gonna buy from here. Why? It's because, okay, this is gonna be used for manipulation. Okay? Yung mga protocol na yan, yung bullshit na yan. Ay, sorry sa word. Hindi na nga pala ako pwede magmura. Okay. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Yung mga ganyang stuff na yan, okay, you have to really be careful. Okay, why? It's because this is going to be used for manipulation or sabihin natin, oh, nahack tayo, pasensya na, ganun talaga ang buhay, etc. No? Or sabihin natin, tinangay ng team, etc. You know, this is going to be the scapegoat. Wait lang guys, inom na ako. Okay? So, now, let's go ahead and stress this out even furthermore for you guys. Okay? So, with the institutional interest, tulad na sinabi ko, okay, the surge in Ethereum and its ecosystem will be so evident. Okay? Pero huwag kayo maatat. Okay? Pag yung puso nyo na-FOMO, hindi pa ito yung time na yun. Okay? Pero pag tumatagal na yung FOMO nyo pero nandyan pa din, abot na ng 3 months, FOMO ka pa din, okay? Hindi naman sobrang nagpa-pump yung market. Sabihin na lang natin ha, hindi naman probably finding the best narrative is going to be the best strategy that you will be able to do instead of finding, okay, and keep on chasing the assets. Sabihin natin Sito and Sui ngayon are going to pump, okay? And it is already pumping. The question is, okay, we predicted this, di ba? Nung last live natin. Balikan nyo yung live natin. We predicted this. Nandito pa lang tayo noon. Wala nakinig. Okay lang. So, ito yung sinasabi ko. Mauntog tayo dyan. We retrace dito sa crosses. Okay. So, sabihin natin, ito yung nangyayari. Okay, ito na talaga yung mangyayari. Sabihin na lang natin. Okay. How do you say this? Sabihin natin. Yan. Sige, yan. The best strategy that you can look for is to find, okay, the narrative instead of like chasing assets. So, sabihin natin, ito, nagpa-pump na. Imbes na bully mo yan, humanap ka na lang ng narrative, no? Natatargetin mo. Sabihin natin, Deepin, hindi siya popular. Oh, ngayon pa lang siya puputok. Puputok pa lang daw. Okay, puputok pa lang to. Diba? So, ang gusto mo, diba? Ang gusto mo, habol ka na lang ng habol palagi. Diba? Magkaroon ka ng tinatawag na diligence. So, ito, may IONET tayo. Diba? May 8-tier tayo. Diba? So, pili-pili lang. Huwag kayo masyadong nagmamadali, habol kayo ng habol. Diba? Ito, blue, sabi natin, ito, Pendle, hindi naman masyado. Sabi natin, Algorand, diba? Nung sinabi ko rin na Algorand, nandito tayo nan. Diba? Sabi ko, bumagsak man siya ng konti. I'm very sure that it's still going to go up. Nandito na tayo nun. Actually, nandito tayo nun. Bumagsak na siya. So, just to prove you as well, na yung Algorand natin was an actual prediction. Ayan. Nandito tayo nun. Nung live natin. Pag pinlay ko to, diba? So, the question is, masusunod o masusunod? Masusunod to. Kasi Fibonacci lang naman eh. Hindi ako nagpapabayad ng indicators. Tinuturuan ko kayo gumamit ng indicators by you guys trying to keep on reading my documents. And you'll be able to find and you will be able to seek the right formula in order for you to really predict how I predict the market, no? So, sabihin natin ngayon, yung Solana natin, Solana staking and network growth, marami nagtatanong sa akin, Sir Oso, ito na ba yung yung tinatawag na the premonition, tinatawag na paano mo napipredict yung market na ito na yung bottom. It's because, diba, sabihin mo, ito ba yung lumolobo yung staking, ito na yung mga marurunong yung nagsistake, etc. Actually, yes. Kasi sa Solana natin, briefly, okay, it surpassed the Ethereum and we don't usually see a lot of people who are very smart in Solana. Sorry, masasaktan dito yung mga players ng Solana, ha? Okay? Hindi lahat ng tiga Solana matalino. Ganon din naman sa Ethereum. Pero yung number ng mga ugok sa Solana, okay, at walang alam, malaki. Kaya pag nakita mo sila nagsistake, anong meron? Tapos wala namang marketing sa staking ng Solana. May something, no? Ibig sabihin may mga marurunong na may alam sa nangyayari sa world economics, sa macroeconomics, sa surge ng pera, sa money printing. We don't know, 'di ba? Hindi naman na natin pwedeng i-shrug off, no? Na sabihin natin, Solana is just another asset na hindi na natin masyadong dapat pinapansin kasi it actually gave us a lot of losses. Dapat magalit tayo. Unahin nyo na emotion nyo kung ganun. Huwag na kayong pumera. Kung unahin nyo yung emotion nyo dito sa cryptocurrency. Lalo na yung FOMO. Unahin nyo na lang yung FOMO nyo. Huwag na kayong bumili. Diba? Huwag na kayong magbenta. Huwag na kayong gumalaw. Mag-FOMO na lang kayo, magsinungaling na lang kayo sa mga chat, sa mga forums. Na, nakabili ako nito kahit hindi naman. Tapos mag-edit kayo ng mga picture. Tapos wala naman nagbabago. Gets nyo? Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo, na analyze data, analyze numbers even though you really hate it and do what you hate. Because it really makes you money. Instead of like fearing buying $15 membership, sabihin natin, hindi sa akin. Sabihin natin, sige, kay Coin Bureau. Natatakot kayo bumili ng $300 kind of like alpha group, 'di ba? Ba't kayo natatakot? Nagpo-provide sila value sa inyo, 'di ba? So ngayon, eto pa, isa pa. Since nga dumadami ngayon nagsi-stake, 'di ba? Meron tayong staking rate na 64,086 increase versus sa Ethereum na 28 lang. Okay. This leads me to the thinking of the DEX volume and active addresses and yung mga developer growth. Okay. Lumalaki na naman yung hiring, 'di ba? Ang daming document or information na nini-neglect or na-undermined na dapat talaga yun yung indicator. Di tinatawag na ito yung indicator ng fundamental analysis. Di ba kung sa technical analysis, moving average, MACD, di ba? Money flow, smart money concepts, di ba? This and that. Pero dito, sa fundamentals, these are the most hated fundamental indicators na really works. Pero they hate it is because it's too late for them to see it. 'Di ba? Ngayon, sinasabi ko sa inyo, hindi pa too late. 'Di ba? Pero walang mga influencers yata sa Pilipinas to actually be bold to talk about this. Why? Is because ito lang gusto nilang gawin. Okay, walang ma-hurt walang magsusumbong sa mga influencers nyo. Alam ko technique nila kasi ganito gagawin nila, guys. Okay, so meron tayong trending. I-reveal ko sa inyo, hindi ko na i-gatekeep. Ayan, so Sui, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin. Okay, magbabase din sila sa tinatawag na Google Trends. Doon lang sila magbabase. They don't want to provide you guys the real value. Okay? Ang gusto lang nila is to talk about something that is being trending ngayon. Okay? These are also walang kwenta eh. Hindi niya alam yung trending ngayon, etc. Hindi niya pinag-uusapan. Ito pinag-uusapan ngayon. 'Di ba? Why when I was talking about Algorand, no one's talking about Algorand, and now pumping Algorand, gusto niyong pag-usapan Algorand. 'Di ba? When XRP was not pumping and was not, sabi natin, sige, okay, I get it. The XRP is still there. So, eto na, dito tayo sa check dito. Dito tayo nag-talk about sa XRP. It pumped. Okay, pwede nyo balikan yung videos natin back in September 2024. Binigay ko to sa inyo. Okay? We went here. 'Di ba? Pumasok tayo. Tama yung predictions natin. Okay? This is a combination of FATA. Okay? Bakit ayaw nila pag-usapan yung XRP pag nandito na? Ngayon, na nag-pump yung XRP ng ganito, gusto nilang pag-usapan yung XRP. Nagigets nyo? Ako ko nagigets nyo yan. Hindi ko sila tinitira, hindi ko kayo tinitira. Pero I really have this big heart and soft heart na sana matuto din kayo. Okay? Hindi lang basta matuto kayo magbasa, hindi lang basta matuto kayo mag-discern, matuto magano. Is I want you guys to be able to choose who you follow is because you will be that kind of person. Okay? Sabihin natin si Sarosa mayabang, masyadong mayabang to. Eh, di maging mayabang kayo. De, joke lang. Hindi ako mayabang. Magiging ganun kayo. Okay? So, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Yun yung gusto nilang gawin. Oh, okay. Dexcan, trending ngayon, Pengu. Pag-usapan natin, Virtuals Protocol. Alam mo, gaganyanin lang nila yan, tapos dadalhin na si AI. Okay, fine. Yun na yun. Tapos sasabihin nila, Alpha. No. Okay? Kaya masarap pag-usapan kasi nasa trending nga ngayon eh. Pinag-uusapan siya sa Facebook, pinag-uusapan siya sa kaliwat kanan na social media. Okay, no one is even talking about the assets that I'm talking about, the recent last weeks, etc. But now it's being super appreciated. Okay? So, why is this happening? Is because of this kind of indicators for fundamentals. So, next natin gusto kong pag-usapan is yung NFT real world utilities. Okay, so yan na naman si Sir Oso. Pag-uusapan na naman yung stablecoin, boring, tapos boom, nangyari na. Okay, Sir Oso, tama ka. Pasensya na. Okay, ano yung next? Okay, ito na sasabihin ko sa inyo. NFT and real world utility. Hindi real world asset ha, hindi RWA. This is RWU. Okay, this is bago. This is bagong stuff na maririnig nyo lang dito. Okay, yung Solana natin, okay, dito sa Alpha Group namin, nanggigigil talaga sila sa Solana kasi alam nila may mangyayaring maganda sa Solana. Okay, lalo na pag pumalo yung grid levels natin sa extreme grid, okay, pipigain nila to for 1 month. Naniwala kayo sa akin. So, for 1 month, Okay, pipigain nila 'to in order to really cultivate, palabasin yung mga daga to really flock in kasi walang bagong pera ngayon, okay. And this is also playing into the situation where sabihin natin, sabi ni Jerome Powell, "Bahala kayo sa buhay niyo, bumili kayo ng cryptocurrency o yung mga bangko diyan basta alam niyo ginagawa niyo, sige go. Basta wala kami diyan. Pipikit muna kami ngayon, pikit mata muna kami, tsaka na namin kayo kakasuhan." Nagegets niyo? Bakit nangyayari 'yan? It's because we're transitioning to real world utility. We need to know, something 'no? We have to really know how we will be able to really function this real world assets. Hindi lang 'to basta asset, 'di ba? Ewan ko nage-gets niyo. Guys, mag-react nga kayo, nage-gets niyo yung sinasabi ko, baka nagdadaldal lang ako dito tapos iniisip niyo, naiintindihan niyo talaga yung pinagsasabi ko. 'Tong circle na 'to, ayan, sarap pa pag-usapan, 'di ba? Grabe yun, 85,000%. Grabe yan, seryoso. Sana nabili natin 'to, et cetera. Hindi gano'n yun, eh. Okay. So, real world utility, okay? Once you once you really understand the narrative, you don't buy the gold. What you want to buy, or if you can make it, program or make the shovel. Okay, ano ibig sabihin nun? Ikaw magbebenta ng shovel. Kung hindi mo kaya ibenta, gumawa ka ng shovel. Sasabihin mo, hindi mo na kailangan ibenta, sabihin mo, ito shovel, oh. Sila na mismo bibili sa'yo. Nagigets mo yun? So, that's what the elites are trying to do. Okay? And I even actually sent this information or news dito sa Meraki. And many actually reacted to it. Ito yung tinatawag na mga random thoughts ko. So, this is about the elite print, how the elite print their wealth book. Okay, which hindi ko na-reveal, pero maya. Next time na siguro. Next time ko na sasabihin to sa inyo kung ano to. Okay, so now, ano yung sinasabi ko sa inyo? The real world adoption, of course, it's there. Question is, ang daming real world assets na naman na. Okay, but in the Solanas ecosystem, we are seeing a lot of real world adoption from mobile devices to decentralized wireless networks. Okay? And yung NFT sales natin ng Solana have reportedly surpassed the Ethereum. Okay? Ngayon, hindi ko na i-reveal yung mga susunod ng mga gusto kong sabihin sana. Ibibigay ko na lang to sa Meraki, sa yung top 5 sentimental and social social signals natin. Then, bibigay ko sa inyo yung macro reasons natin. Then also, yung malupit na chismis natin. Okay, so that's 20 more topics that we want to talk about. Ngayon, I was able to cover you 10 topics publicly. Okay, hindi ko sinasabi bumili kayo ng Meraki. Maging masugid lang kayo sa panonood dito kasi nadudulas ako. Binibigay ko yan ng libre sa inyo. Ang kailangan nyo lang is makinig. Kailangan ko lang yung tenga nyo. I'm very sure, marami din naman akong ditong asset na nadulas na really made money. Pero I'm being super careful kasi hindi lahat ng assets na pinag-uusapan ko talagang nag-produce ng malaki-laki. Okay? Hindi ko sinasabing lahat talo din. Okay? So kumbaga sa 50 assets na tinry ko ipabili sa mga nasa enlightened, 10 siguro yung natalo doon. At yung talo na yun, hindi basta talo, asing nawala. Okay? Kasi high risk. Okay, ngayon doon sa pinaka-Meraki bag natin, okay, from 30K, bumagsak tayo ng 10K, pabalik ulit doon sa original investment natin. So, from 1,000 to 10,000, napa 10K natin. Okay, that's good. Now, 10K na siya, binalik natin siya to 30K. Okay, to 32K actually specifically. Tapos bigla tayong bumagsak. Sa tigas ng ulo natin bumagsak tayo papuntang 21, 20,000, bumalik tayo 15, tapos sabi ko, hindi, last na talaga to, alisin ko na, hindi umalis, hanggang nag 9K, 8K, tapos bumalik ng 10K, 11K, 14K, hindi pa rin umalis. Nung nag 14K, bumalik siya ng 12K, ngayon 11K, tapos ngayon bumalik na naman ng 10K. So, tapos ngayon bumalik na naman ng 12K. So, nagigets niyo yan. Okay. So, yan, ina-undervalue ko na sa inyo. Okay, kasi baka sabihin nyo, so masyadong binapump yung Meraki, etc. Gusto ata ako talagang bumili. Hindi, huwag ka bumili. Maraming naggawa ng tickets dito, sinabi ko, wag mo nang bumili. Yan, si Captain Engineer, sinabihan ko yan. Mag-isip ka 7 days bago ka bumili. Okay, yan sila Luffy, sinabihan ko rin, wag mo nang bumili. Ba't kayo bibili? Diba? Kung totoong bibili ka, bumili ka na. Diba? Kung nagdududa ka, wag ka na magduda. Ay, wag ka na magduda. Pakinggan mo na lang yung sarili mo. Ibig sabihin, may mali. Okay. Wait ka 7 days. Pag yan pa rin nararamdaman mo, nagdududa ka pa rin. Pero nandito ka pa rin, nagtatanong ka pa rin. Gawin mo na. Magwaldas ka. Investment nga eh. Diba? Ayan. So, guys, sa lahat mga nandito, guys, maraming salamat sa inyo. Of course, sa fiancé ko na nakikinig at nanonood at maaga siya. I-take care niya ng sarili niya, yung health niya. Okay. So, big shoutout sa inyo. Sana kayo din, guys. Unahin niyo yung health niyo. Okay. Wala ang lahat ng makikitain niyo sa cryptocurrency kung alam niyo na kung matitegi naman kayo. So, lahat naman yan mawawala. So, shepherd lang tayo ng mga pera na yan na dadating sa inyo. Pero again, guys, chismis lang lahat ng yan. Kailangan niyo pa rin aralin, planuhin at kilusan. Sa gayon ng lahat ng to ay ating makamtan. At syempre, guys, stay awesome. Goodbye. Hindi ko kaya ata ibigay ito. Lugi kasi yung Meraki. So, pasensya na kung pinaasa ko kayo. Pero sana, maintindihan nyo na hindi ko pwede ibigay itong mga ganitong documents. Masyadong malaman to para ipamigay. Okay? Sayang naman. Diba? So, yan, sila XC, alam nila yung contents nito. So, sila na lang magsabi sa inyo. So, yan. Sila na lang magsabi kung gusto nila sabihin. Sayangin nila yung $15, $30, $10 na sinasayang nila dito sa Meraki. Di go. Wala na sa akin yan. Okay. So, have a great night and stay awesome. Kita-kita bit. Kita-kita. Ano ba ito? Nabubulol ako. Kita-kits bukas yan. Thank you so much. Sabi nga pala, chismoso ng crypto since 2017 bull run and have been documenting my journey since 2021 at may bagong mission na gawing 100K